Hey folks, my name is James and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Beginner Guitar Tips and Tricks. In this video, call this exercise number 3. This channel has a series of videos focused primarily on beginner guitar players. The goal here is to sort of help show beginner and starter guitar players some cool things that they can do alongside with the tedious dragging out theory that you must learn, because that's going to teach you the fundamentals of all guitar playing and be able to turn you from a guitar player beginner into a musician. Now what I want to do with my channel, and created videos that are both will show a tip, next one will show a trick. The last video I did was a trick. They were, well, tricks in the sense that it's a standard part of guitar playing, but maybe you haven't learned it yet at your level. But they're easy. They're so easy that before the video is over, you'll be doing them fine. And the key is to make sure that you can learn how to do something that just sounds cool. It's the cool sound, combination of cool sounds, easy, very easily. So when you're getting frustrated from your theory, you can just do something that sounds cool that you've seen in one of my videos on this channel or many other videos out there. The goal is to try and let you see that yes, you can make cool sounds out of this thing, even if you're just starting out. So practice your theory, learn all of that, that's critical. And then when you get a little frustrated, turn on one of the other videos I've put up here and take some of the little tricks showing you and go ahead and do them. Try them, play them, have some fun with it. But this is a tip video. It's exercise number 3 is what I call it. I've already done 2 exercise videos. They're basic stuff to help you get these things working how you want them. Because one thing with the guitar is you've got 4 fingers, need to use them all. A lot of people forget about that one. This is critical. This can extend the whole fretboard for you and just make life a lot easier. We just got to get it strengthened up, and that's what these exercises will do. Now, you may remember, if you saw it anyway, the first video was pretty simple and straightforward. It was just walking the frets. I start most things at what I call home. 6th string, 5th fret. And I kind of call the whole 5th fret my home row of guitar. It's because the positioning is great for finger position, so you're not overstretching or cramping your fingers in too tight together. You can't get a clear note. So the first exercise was real easy. It was just 4 fingers, 4 frets, walking the strings and fretboard. So like so. All the way to the 1st string and then back. Very basic, very bland, kind of boring, but that's what will wake your fingers up. It's good to do even as an experienced guitar player when you first pick up the guitar for the day, just to get all of these things working the way you want. The second exercise, though, this was something where it was a little hidden surprise. What it was is I started in the same place at home, 6th string, 5th fret, and it looked kind of like this. It was sort of set up or presented to help you isolate individual fingers. The first exercise, you used all of them. This one you don't. We're only going to use, I think it was 2 notes. Yeah, 2 notes on each string. But it's going to allow you to isolate certain fingers and try to get your brain to sort of change its thinking from going 1, 2, 3, 4 to just going 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, that kind of thing. So that also was something that some more experienced guitar players might recognize as a scale. And there's a scale in music called the A minor pentatonic that is just a game changer. Once you're used to it, you're playing it, you will find that it will open up this entire fretboard for you. It comes in, I think it was 5 different forms that all work in conjunction together. And that's sort of the basis of creating new music. A lot of the 80s pop metal is driven by that. And how you can sort of create your own solos and do it quite easily. So that exercise 2, was also called the A minor pentatonic, box 1 or form 1. So it started again at home on 6th string, 5th fret. But then it was just 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st, 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 4th, 1st, 3rd, 1st, 4th, 1st, 4th, and then back. And that was what we call the A minor pentatonic. I'm not sure if you could hear that. I have the amp down just because my daughter's still asleep and wanted to get some videos in the can early today. So that was exercise 2. As you can see, it really opens up sort of the fingerboard and sort of isolating individual fingers rather than using them all every time. I also mentioned it's a scale. It's the A minor pentatonic, and it's form 1. From there, there's a second form, and that's going to be today's exercise, exercise 3. It technically will be called the A minor pentatonic scale, form 2, box 2. There's a few different names for it, but it is an extension of exercise 1. So exercise 1, we started up here at home, and we went first finger, fourth finger. And of course we went further along and further along, but I'm not going to focus on that. We don't have to worry about all of this. See where I stopped, where my pinky stopped? Right there on the 6th string, 8th fret. This is how that exercise 2 started and finished. These 2 frets. This is where we're going to start exercise 3. Right here, 6th string, fret number 8. But we're not going to keep our pinky there. Just for this exercise, I'm going to help make it a little easier for you. We're going to start it fresh and new. You're going to take your middle finger. You're going to place that on 6th string, 8th fret. So that's going to be the starting point for this exercise. And again, we're not going to be going beyond just the sort of 4 frets within our 4 finger reach. We're going to isolate fingers again in this one, but they're going to be a little different. The first one was quite simple because the index finger just stayed on the 5th fret for all 6 strings. This one we're going to be moving some stuff around. We're starting actually with our middle finger on the 8th fret. So to show us how it works, we're going to go, I'm just going to call out the fingers, not the frets, not the notes. Just keep it simple for you. So we'll be starting on the 6th string, 8th fret with our 2nd finger. And it will be followed by our 4th finger on the 10th fret. So, like so. And that's how we're going to start it. But now we're going to change things up because you see our index finger is still free and available. So we're going to go now to the 5th string, but we're going to go onto the 7th fret. We're going to use our index finger there. So 8, 10, next string, 7, 10. So see that? 8, 10, 7, 10. So our pinky's getting used on both strings, but we have a change of our index and middle finger. So 8, 10, 7, 10. And now we're going to move that one more string. We're also going to do 7, 10 on the 4th string. So that part's fairly easy. That's what we're going to do there. Now we're going to change it a little bit now when we go to the 3rd string. Our index finger will still be on the 7th fret, but now we're going to bring in our ring finger, and it's going to go to the 9th fret. So that would be... So from the 4th string to the 3rd string, we went... See? 1, 4, 1, 3. So a little change there. So it's a pretty simple middle portion of this particular exercise, or scale, if you will. Now we're on to the 2nd string. Here we change it up again, sort of just like we did on the very first couple of frets. So remember we went 8th fret, 2nd finger, and we went 2, 4, 8, 10. Well, now that we're going to go to the 2nd and 1st string, that's the same thing we're going to do there. Middle finger, 8th fret, pinky, 10th fret. Then we go up to the 1st string, exact same thing. Middle finger, 8th fret, pinky, 10th fret. So 8, 10, 8, 10, or finger numbers, 2, 4, 2, 4. And see, those are all the notes in that exercise. You So you get a little creative, add a little rhythm to it, a little melody, and now it starts to sound like music. That's why it's not just an exercise, but it's a scale, and the one that I say is so important further along in your theory learning. So let's review how we do this again. 6th string, I'm going to start it on the 8th fret with our middle finger. And then we're going to take our pinky, play the 10th fret. So our fingers would be 2, 4, the frets would be 8, 10. Then we're going to move to the 5th string with our index finger on fret 7. So we're going from here to here. Pinky again on the 10th. So now we're going to move to the 4th string and we're going to do the same thing. Index on the 7th fret, pinky on the 10th fret. So now we go to the 3rd string. Changes a little bit here. Our index finger remains on the 7th fret, but our pinky takes a break and our ring finger comes in for the 9th fret. So, like so. So we're going from, see the change there? 1, 4, 1, 3. And this is where it can get a little tricky. I like to say numbers of the fingers because we know where each finger should be based on its corresponding fret. But I'll say things like fret 7, 9, and fingers 1, 3. Same thing. Now we're going to go to the 2nd and 1st string, much like we just did earlier, but now it's a little slower review to make sure you pick up on exactly what we're doing and where we're going. So we're sitting like so. Fret 7, 9, fingers 1, 3. Now we're going to bring our middle finger back in. We're going to go to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So right here, right there. Play that. Bring our pinky back in to the 10th fret. So that'll be fret 8, 10, fingers 2, 4. Keep that exact same positioning when you move to the very 1st string. Fret 8, 10, 8, 10, or fingers 2, 4, 2, 4. And that's it. So the whole exercise would look like this. And I'll go slow. As you learn this and practice it and your fingers get used to it, you can start going faster yourself and combine exercise 2 with exercise 3 and discover that they actually go together perfectly. And they're supposed to because they are forming a whole scale. And you're learning the scales simply by learning the exercise. And as your theory classes progress, you're going to suddenly discover that they're going to get to this. They're going to get to what's called the A minor pentatonic scale, and they're going to want to teach it to you. Surprise, surprise. You'll already know it. But to you, it's just exercise 2, 3, and so on. So let's review. We are right here, 2nd finger, 6th string, 8th fret, and we're going to walk that scale for you. And like I said, we'll do it slow. You can start off slow until you can get comfortable with it, and then start gradually increasing the speed. And here it is. Looks like this. That's it. Practice that. If you haven't seen the video on exercise 2, check it out because that is the sort of the prelude into exercise 3. Do exercise 2, it's much easier. It's very simple, and it is part 1 of that whole A minor pentatonic scale that I keep mentioning. That's more advanced than you're at now, likely. But as I say, when your theory gets there, once I've finished all of these exercises that lead into, or that follow along with the A minor pentatonic scale and its different forms, you'll know it. You'll be able to impress your teacher by saying, hey, I know that. You'll be able to impress your friends even because you'll be able to use it to create music, create solos, create stuff that just sounds good together. So they're more than just exercises. They're part of a very common, popular, very important scale. Again, like I say, it's the A minor pentatonic scale. This particular lesson I called exercise 3, which is form 2 or box 2 of that same A minor pentatonic scale. Now, is your head about to explode from too much information? If so, don't worry, just call this exercise 3. Now, if you liked the video, please click like. If you have any questions or comments about it, I'd love to see you hit the comment section. I'll reply to you as quickly as I can. If you find this could help someone else that you know, feel free to share it with them. And if you like the content that I'm creating on this channel for you and you find it helpful, please hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it goes a long way to helping support us as content creators to keep going forward and keep creating this content for you. So again, I hope you found this video and this little exercise helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.